Hey people, if you want to learn how to read ancient Hebrew, you first have to learn how to read this old ancient Egyptian porn. This is called the Turin Papyrus. They say it's 3,500 years old or so. And they found a whole bunch of shreds and they've been piecing them back together. And then they made some copies to show better what you can't see. And you're not going to learn much about this by reading what the ologists say. They don't have an idea what they're looking at. But if you just study the pictures and look for the symbols and try to make out the words, you'll recognize it when you start reading. But by night to show the light is in lily of hair. You know, that's the girl with the lily in her hair. And she's a whore. She puts a lily in her hair to show the way by night. And that's Wadham wood. You know, Wadham wood has in lily of hair. The things that the girls will do, Wadham wood, that have a lily in their hair. And it's talking about the prostitutes. And to them, of them, what had her a cashier, a cube. A cube. Cube means 3 times. She makes 3 times the money. What had her a cashier ill cube? She makes 3 times the money when she advertises with a lily of the hair. And if you read here what the ologists wrote, you know, it just makes no sense. And, you know, they're ologists as apologists. They should be paying back all that money and apologizing. But, and yet you in your mercies manifold not did forsake them. You know, they call this an English interpretation, and it never makes any sense. In the wilderness the pillar of the cloud not did depart from them by day to lead them on the road, nor a pillar of fire by night to show light them, and the way there they should go in. There they should go in the cube. But if you read this in the old Boone redneck language, you know, it's whatever come a serve 'em. Whatever come a serve 'em, that's a whore. She don't care. A dick is a dick. Whatever come a serve 'em. A lao's bottom. A lao. And so that'd be your Chinese word, your Greek word for people, the laos, the Laos, Laoz, the laos. And so they're playing with it, the Z, you know, and it's the laos, the women, the ones you lay, the laos bottom. And whatever come a serve 'em, the laos, the girls, the laos, the bottom. Bummed of a rat, bummed of rat. And so bummed of rat is the ancient worldwide word. They knew what it meant in China. It meant a ride the bull, to ride the bull, bummed of rat. In the most ancient story, how the animals got in heaven, how the zoo got into heaven, and the rat was first because he had bummed a ride on Toro. He bummed a ride on the back of the bull, and he was the first one to win the race. And so bummed of rat means a ride the bull. And that's a bummed of rat would, they would. Bummed of rat would. To ride the bull they would. And this double N here, the second one's reading is a Y, Annie. And any lesser. And from all of them. You know, the them is EM here, them. And the from is just a single M here. They're skipping the holy, all of them. And from all of them in Friday evening. This is read as in and Jew. And the second M is read as I, Jumi, in Jumi. You know, it's coming from the old Juma, Jumi. And it's the prayers held at noon on Friday, you know. And Friday noon, we off of work. It's not by day, but it's, and you got off work Friday. And from all of them in Off work Friday noon. Lynched 'em to lead them, LENCHTM. Lynched 'em in the dark, to lead them on the road. And so they got these girls, these are slaves, they got a rope around their neck and being led down the road. And in the dark. Whatever come serve 'em, Laos bottom, bummed of a ratum wood, any laser. From all of them by Jumi, by Friday evening, I lynched 'em in the dark. What 'em wood has in lily of hair, to them what hatter cashier'll cube. So there's a whole bunch of marks, and this reads other ways and says a whole lot more. But it doesn't say what it says on top. This is the picture in your mind. But it's talking about the light that reflects off the moon, the lily. And this is the way they talk about the gods of the heaven, the planets and the stars. They're all a bunch of whores, and the planets go and visit and have orgies every night. And that's what all the stories are about, is time. So I want to just make this quick one here, because the next one's going to be long. I was reading Zechariah 3, and it's just 10 lines, and I read it in the Hebrew and the Greek. And it's about Jesus, Lord Jesus. You see the same spelling in the Greek for Joshua, the 3 different spellings, the same 3 spellings of Jesus in the New Testament. That's what it's talking about, is Lord Jesus and Satan, and the one standing on the right hand side. So I'm going to try to read this whole thing in Hebrew. It's just 10 lines, a short chapter here, and it make a lot more sense about what Jesus and Satan means, and who's actually standing on the right hand side. And it plainly says it in Egyptian, that the symbol for the west is the symbol of Satan, and it means the right, and it's the same word as the right in the Hebrew. Satan is the west and the right. So it's probably going to be pretty long when I'm going to try to get the whole thing in there, but you really don't want to miss it, because Satan is plainly WESTN, the Westin, the right hand side. But when you read the story about Lot and his 2 daughters, you'll see the same thing, the lily. And Lot is somebody whose dick is bigger than they are. They got a lot. I'm going to cut this off here. Okay.